Hey, hi YouTube, how are you? I hope you all guys are doing great. In this video, we are going to see about watch panels. So we are going to see what actually watch panels are and how it can be helpful in our debugging journey. If in any case you have missed the previous video, which was about breakpoints, you can go and watch it. And if you have explicitly came for watch panel, you are most welcome. And basically we are going to explore about watch panels, and but before moving to it, if you want to see if you want to follow me along with this code, then definitely you can find it in this GitHub repo where this is the lecture 2, and I will definitely post this link of this GitHub repo in the description box, and it's in master branch, not in main branch. Okay, so first let's see what actually watch panel is. So let's see. Watch panel, it's basically a tool which lets you monitor variables or expressions while debugging. Even if they don't appear in your current code or current line, it's help you to add those expressions and to look up to your variables and monitor your variables. You can say it is setting up your own custom inspector. Okay, so let's understand it with an example. So here we have a code, we have a grades, so it's basically a marks, and we have a very method which is calculating the average, simple basic maths, and then we have a variable which a method which is checking whether it is passed or not. So according to the business rule, it says that if the average is more than or equals to 40, written true means he's pass, otherwise he's fail. Okay, now how this watch expression can help. So in previous video we have seen how we can apply some breakpoints. So let's suppose I am applying 3 breakpoints. It completely depends upon you. Why I am applying this breakpoint here, because here there is a method which I want to show you. Here again there is a method call which I want to show you. That's why I'm applying breakpoint here. Okay. So now let's go to debug. Simply you can click here, or you can do this Python debugger debug Python file. Okay. Um, what was actually breakpoint? Breakpoint was a marker that pause your execution. So first time we found this breakpoint here because this program starts from grades in the 7th line, and the first breakpoint is at 19th line. So that's why it's basically helpful, and we have basically we got the first breakpoint at this 19th line. So if you want to see what is happening, we can go this, because this we already have talked about this menu. So this is the third one, which is step into. So we stepped into the method, and here in local we have a grade. This is the variable that we can see it here, and we can just go. We found total sum, like currently total items. So total items is this. So total items is 5. Now how watch can helpful? Okay, so let's suppose you want to see like what is inside grades. Just write an expression and just click it. So you got what is inside grades. Let's suppose you want to see what is in grades at maybe -1 index. So 50 -1 means last index. Okay. So what is at last index? You can see simply. Okay. So you can directly use this kind of expressions. Okay. Now let's move inside. Let's move a bit in this method. Okay. So just go inside it, and you can just watch how it's happening. So this helps us to understand the code better. Okay, so you can see it here how it is happening, and currently totals, so we are at this line which have total sum, and we have total items. So you can directly also find the average. Okay, currently it's we don't have the average, so how we can find the average? It's simple. So we can do total sum and divide by total items, so we can get the we can say we can get the average. So we got the average as 60. Now if I will click it, we got the average as 60 only. Okay, because currently total items is not in this scope because it was a local variable. Now the scope has been destroyed. So that's why it is saying name error. The name error says that total sum is not defined. So that's not a problem. Okay, now we got at this line. So currently we have grades, and let's move to next line. So now we have a variable which is average that we already saw in the previous video. So currently we have average which is 60. So this is the variable which was populated because of this calculated average, because the calculated average method returned 60. Okay, now so we got the grades, and if we move to next line, um, um, we can get a status. Okay, so it is status is true. Now maybe you want to check. Okay, whether it is pass or not. Okay, I'm just trying to create a very basic, you can say, expression. Okay, so what we can do is, let's suppose in some situation we need something like, if I want to see whether I have a great student or not. Okay, you can write any kind of expression. Okay, great. Okay, great if we can say if average is more than 90, we can say is great. Otherwise, the student is still good, like he's okay, okay, okay. So this trend is okay, okay. Why? Because the average is like around 60. It's not 90. Okay. So this is how you can write any kind of expression. Okay. Maybe we can move to next line, and I can see status is here. Okay, and maybe you can write, you can print pass or fail. Okay. You want to see? Okay, pass if status means if status is true, so we can directly write status directly, because if status is true. Okay, so you can write is equals to true, or either you can just write status. So if it is true only, then the if block will came into the picture. Okay, else I can say fail. Okay, if I will click it, so I got pass because the average is 60 and status is true. Okay, now let's suppose I made it as 90. Okay, and let me restart it. Okay, restart the debugger. Okay. And yeah, one more thing, even if I stop the debugger, this watch expressions will still exist. Okay, if I go here and come back here, the watch expression will still exist, so it's a good feature. Okay, so now let's we have the 2 3 debuggers, debug it, and we can, I don't want to go again inside the function, so I'm just going to do the next one. Okay, so currently we are at this point. So now see, the status is, we got the status as fail because now our logic has been changed. Okay, because if our average is more than or equals to 90, then only the status will be true. So now we are getting status as false, and this expression made it to fail. Okay, now you might think how this grades this line, I have made -1, how it can be really helpful. Okay, so now it doesn't seems very helpful at this moment to you, but let me tell you what happens in real life scenario when you are in development journey or something else. When you see a response where you are seeing a payload, the payload is very very huge. It can be more than 1000 lines or something else. Okay, so you got a data payload which is, let's suppose, a JSON file. There are multiple keys. Okay, one of the keys is, let's suppose, user info. Okay, and it is containing again a JSON object, or dictionary, whatever you can say. Inside this there are like hundreds of fields. The fields itself is containing an object, and it is containing list, string, primitive data type, whatnot. Okay, and then let's suppose we have some other things like payment info. Okay, maybe in some of the video I can show you a real payload and how it looks like. Okay, so like this. And let's suppose just you want to look at what actually is we have in user info. Okay, whenever you got a very big code which is completely messed up and you are debugging it, because in real life this calculate average will be in another package. Okay, it's not even in the same module, or maybe not even in the same file. Okay, it will be in another package, so it's very very hard to debug it, to understand the flow, to see, let's suppose we got a variable, or a simple memory variable as data. You want to see what actually is in data, so what you can do is data, so it will print the data. But definitely if you are just going to work on user info, you are working on some authentication, logging, or whatever it is. Okay, but you know that I have to deal with the user info key, so no need to see all the data. What you can do is you can just do user info. Okay, and maybe inside user info also you just want to see the address. Okay, maybe there would be, or Mm, maybe there will be a key here as address. So what you can do is simply, also you can edit it. Okay, so edit expression. Okay, so you can definitely play around it. Okay, so you can just go and find address. Okay, so if you click it, currently we don't have a data named variable, but in this way you can get your data, your user info address data in very easy manner. Okay, so any kind of expression you can have. One more use case I can give you is, like, let's suppose there is a for loop where there are hundred of iterations, but you want to see a specific condition, like once my total sum is, or maybe once my grade is uh, less than 10, I want some error. So you can write a very basic thing. Okay, I think I should write it. Okay, so what we can do is, if grade is, maybe for now, if it is less than 40. Okay, um, so if grade is less than 40, I want to show some message. Error. Okay, error. Okay, if grade is less than 40, sorry, less than 40. So I want to do this, error if grade is, or else, mm, nothing. Maybe go. Okay, so let's do it this. Okay, so this is one of the thing. Okay, so and also you can remove some of the, I can say, expressions. So let me remove this, maybe this. Okay, or maybe this also. Okay, so let's debug it once again. Okay, so let's restart it. So currently we are at this position, so let's move inside calculate average. Okay, so we have total items, so we moved into total sum. Everything is good. Okay, so go. So we see here, we got it go, because the grade value is 80. Okay, now let's move again. Go, 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 error. Why? Because the current value of grade is 35, and we saw, okay, if grade is 40, if it is less than 40, I want to show something which is error. Okay, and sometimes we can also automate this. Okay, only when it will be notified only when the grade is, or if it is meeting some specific condition, only that point, at that point only we are going to prompt it. Okay, so we can see in future videos. Okay, so currently we are getting an error, so this is how it can help. So there can be hundred of iterations, and I can't look at every iteration. I can just move over the iterations, and once I got the grade as 40, less than 40, I can just print it. Okay, this is an error, and stop it here. Okay, so you can do that kind of thing also. Okay, definitely. Uh, a better application, or you can say better uses, will be conditional breakpoint. When we will explore about conditional breakpoints, means when a condition will hit, the breakpoint will be hit. Okay, so if a condition will met, then the breakpoint will hit. Okay, so we will look at it, but this is what watch expressions are. So okay, so it can be helpful to monitor your variables. You can apply some expressions, do some filterings. It's more of a custom inspector. Okay, and such kind of things where there is a huge data, it can help to watch some expressions. Maybe you can just want, you every time you have to watch your expression. Let's suppose you want to watch every time what the value of grade is. Currently it's 35, then in future it's 50. So maybe you want a custom inspector kind of thing. Now it is 50. Okay, so it can be really helpful, this kind of watch thing. Okay, so that's it for this video. In the next video, we are going to see some challenges. So for now, we have explored about breakpoints and also the watch panel. Now I will give you some very basic examples or very basic task where we can evaluate. We will together we will evaluate. Maybe you can try it once, you can try it first, and then see the solutions, how I am debugging it, and whether you have absorbed everything or not, and how you are debug, because there is no right and wrong. You can go choose your own path to debug. Okay, this is all about smartness. Okay, smartness and practice. Okay, so that's it. In this video, we have seen about watch. In the next two videos, we are going to have some challenges, and then in the next lecture, we are going to explore about call stack, then some conditional breakpoints and whatnot. Okay, so if you like this video, please subscribe, and if you have any complaints, any doubts, please add in the comment box. I will feel happy to reply you. That's all. Meet you in the next video. Till then, bye bye.